Snake Cinema Podcast, stepping in. Your one-stop review, let it sink in. Hip-hop vibes, we break it down. Laughs and insights all around.
What it do? Welcome to another episode of Snake Cinema Podcast. I am your host, Prince Elias, and we are here for another great episode. We're almost at the home stretch, y'all. This is December 6th. We're at the home stretch. The year is almost over. We're about to hit a new year, which means my top 10 of 2025 lists are coming soon. I've already written them down. I just have to create the slideshows for each of those, but it is happening so fast. And I got a lot of movies to catch up on. 2 have been requested by you lovely viewers. Not next week, but the week after. And I'm excited about those because y'all did some good suggestions. So shout out to Alex from Pressure Pythons and shout out to Row 50 for those. Let's see. Sorry, I just want to make sure because last time I went live, a couple of lives ago, I went live and y'all couldn't hear or see me at all. So let me make sure I'm on the screen. Okay, yes, we're here. All right, good. We are on the screen. Good. And so, yeah, and we got a lot of news to talk about because a lot has happened, including yesterday, like some major news and that shook the table in Hollywood that we really got to talk about. So give me 1 second. Let me get my notes up. But first, this episode and every episode, this entire channel is brought to you by ENT Reptiles, Orlando and TJ. Thank y'all for supporting your boy. I love y'all so much. And if y'all are on the road right now, I pray that y'all are safe, especially in the snowy conditions and everything is good. And if y'all are back home, I'm glad that y'all are back home with your animals and everything. Let's see. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and say good morning to the early risers, the early birds that catch the worm. Mitzi, thanks for tapping in. Love ya. We got Christopher Walker. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you, my boy. We got Low Life. Thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you. Of course, part of ENT, TJ. Oop. TJ, there we go. Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Then we got Orlando. Appreciate you. I mean, I can send you the link you want to drop in. Thanks for tapping in. My bad, robot. Hey, stupid. Oh, thank y'all. James B, thanks for tapping in. Cookie Mine. Appreciate you always, Cookie Mine. Let's see. Oh, good. Glad y'all are home. Yes, nice and warm. What? We got Mr. Malice, one of my mentors. Ash, thanks for tapping in. Yes. Deaconfield, yes. Granted the world, granted of all granites. That Malice. Thank you for tapping in, brother. I love you and I appreciate you always. Let's see. We in this bitch. I appreciate all my early risers early this morning. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And then for those who are not in the chats, but y'all are watching, because I see a lot of people are watching today. Thank y'all for tapping in, all you secret squirrels and replay gang, hashtag replay gang. I appreciate y'all. I think I just saw Jamie pop in. Yes, Tired God, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Always. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, blessed, and warm Saturday. I know temperatures have dropped. December is Decembering. Whereas I don't even think we had 2 days of fall here in Memphis. Nikki, thanks for tapping in, sis. Love you and appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let's see. Is there anybody I need to turn blue? Nope, everybody is our moderators. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get with it because it's a lot of news that has dropped. Starting with news of the week. First, let's go ahead and do what happened last week. Oh, before we do all that, I need to come out and say some things. First of all, thank you, everybody. Bear, thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you in the Grove. Y'all follow and support my boy, the Lizard King. I do want to say thank you, everybody, for last week's podcast. Everybody who tuned in, and even those who've reached out to me afterwards. Just words of encouragement, the love y'all gave me. I truly, truly appreciate that. It was a tough conversation. It was a tough conversation and much needed. And like I said, for me personally, grieving a friendship, the end of a friendship, the end of an era, it's just as heartbreaking as any type of relationship. It's just grief in general is just hard, especially when you're in the anger stage, in the rage stage of it. But I appreciate everybody for showing love and being there. And also, I mean, a lot of conversations were had, much needed conversations were had. A lot of closure was had, even if me and the individual never speak again. On my end, a lot of closure was had. And I was able to wipe my hands clean of that. And I will say that thank you to Project Pat, Snake Man Pat. I had a deep conversation with him that night, right before Sophisticated Ignorance, on his members live. And when I tell y'all, Pat is on a high frequency level of spirituality. I mean, he's still a G, he's still a thug, but it's to have someone who is so spiritually aware and in tune and could give me guidance on how I can operate within myself, within my soul. And not even if I never get an apology or never hear back from the people who have wronged me, Patrick really gave me some strong words of encouragement on how I can operate within myself moving forward, how I can move moving forward as a human, as a soul, as an individual, to where I don't let bitterness and resentment and anger get to me and ruin my life and my future, and not let resentment and anger and bitterness affect how creative reptiles operate. And that goes for anything. That's beyond this whole Keys Whiskey Bomb Network situation. Even when I get frustrated with certain breeders as far as breeding goes, breeding snakes, and I get discouraged because I operate at a different mentality than most people, I don't let the love of money run my business. And everything I do with creative reptiles, whether it's the photography side, the breeding side, or the educational side, or even the content creation like this podcast or my vlogs, I always put the animals first and my love for the animals first. And that could be a detriment to my business, sure, but I don't give a damn because the animals are first. And oftentimes I get frustrated with the breeding side of it, the breeding community, to where it makes me not want to be a breeder. Like, there's been so much ever since Jimmy died. I've really been like, I don't want to do this shit no more as far as breeding goes. I don't want to be a breeder. I'm not a breeder. I don't have a breeder mentality. If being a breeder mentality is all about inventory, ROIs, return of investments, this, that, money, this, money, that, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do this shit because this isn't for me. I am a creative. First and foremost, and I'm an animal lover first and foremost. I don't see these animals as inventory. But anyways, I say all that to say my conversations that after last Saturday with Patrick, like, he really, really encouraged me to like not let anybody else, even a culture, if an entire culture is going one way, like the breeding ball python community, if an entire culture is going one way, don't let that affect how I operate. Don't let that affect my soul, my spirit. Don't let that affect how I move with Creative Reptiles. I don't have to do what everybody else is doing. If everybody is like, oh, this is the way, this is what we do, this is the standard, I don't have to follow that fucking standard if my soul don't agree with it. And so thank you, Patrick. I really do appreciate that. And I love you. And you are really, really a great spiritual guy and a great big brother and a great friend. I know last podcast I was bitter and angry and I said that we use the word brothers and friends too loosely. But when it comes to Patrick Saunders, that's real love right there. From the moment I met him at Sear and we hugged, that solidified everything I thought of that man. Like, and after all this stuff that went down, like, there were people who reached out to me just to be gossipy bitches. There are people who reached out to me just to be, oh, I want to know this, or let me tell you this that I knew, but I kept secret for so long. Because no, Patrick was, out of everybody who's reached out to me, Patrick was the most mature and the most spiritually strong, high frequency man. And he was like, fuck all that gossip shit. I need to talk to you about your soul, your spirit, your integrity, your energy. I need to talk to you about you and see if you're good. And you're a good man, Patrick. You're a good man. Also, a couple of days after that, after Saturday, I got a message that I never thought I would ever get. I never saw this coming. In the midst of that podcast, as I was airing out my grievances about the Whiskey Bomb Network and all those podcasts disappearing, I kind of did go on a rant about two other people in the podcast space that I do not care for or do not like, or I had very strong venom and vitriol towards for various reasons. And in the midst of my rant and my tangent, Eric B. Cracking Jokes asked me, who would I rather listen to, this person or that person? And, push come to shove. And I did not want to choose either, but I answered his question honestly. And I was honest about how I felt, and I'm still honest about how I feel. But with that being said, a couple of days later, I got a message from one of those people that I never thought would happen. And so I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to air out what was said, but Chris Eden from Fat Man Nation did reach out to me, and he clarified some things, some grievances that I had, and what sparked my hatred towards him, and what made me, block him on everything and talk shit in the past. Because I'll be honest, I've gladly talked shit about him in the past on Instagram and stuff like that. And he shot back once, and it was screenshot and sent to me by multiple people. But either way, he clarified some things that I mentioned in last week's podcast. And he extended an olive branch of peace. He wanted peace. He did not want us to continue this anger and stuff. And thank you to Wiz, because Wiz was the middleman, because I did have Chris Eden blocked on Instagram. So Wiz was the middleman, and he relayed the message to me, and Chris Eden extended the olive branch, and he clarified some things. And after a much needed conversation, if I can publicly shit on the man last week, I can come on here this morning as an adult, as a man, and say, we are at peace. There is no beef. And there is no more venom or vitriol on my end. Now, will I say I'm subscribed to the Fat Man Nation? Am I saying that I'll be on 15 Minutes of Lame? No, none of that shit. But healing is happening, at least on my part. Healing is happening on my part. I no longer will wince, and I will no longer, have anger or disdain towards him. We're at peace. We're at peace. Things were clarified. Things that I thought about him as a person was debunked, and I'm actually glad that he extended the olive branch, because one thing me and Patrick talked about, and things that Patrick had said to me last week that really resonated, is that hatred, um, anger, resentment is gonna only eat me up. It's not gonna eat the other person up that I have an issue with. They don't give a damn. Like they probably Chris Eaton don't think about me. He got a lot of stuff going on in his life. MJ from Trap Talk don't think about me. He got a lot of stuff going on in his life. Keys definitely ain't thinking about me, not the slightest. So me having issues or hatred or resentment or anger towards anyone is only eating me up. And so if I, like I said, if I can publicly as a man come on here and say, fuck this person, now that we have made peace, he extended an olive branch and I've accepted it, I can come back publicly and say, yo, no more hatred. You won't hear me shit on Fat Man or Fat Man Nation. Will I be subscribed? Will you see me posting and promoting? No. Will you ever see me on any of his shows? No. He probably never gonna click on my channel ever again. However, there is no back and forth, no battles, no hatred, nothing on my end. We are good. And again, thank you, Wiz, for being the mediator of that conversation. And Chris Eden is no longer blocked on my Instagram. It's all good. It's all good. It's peace in the valley. So I just wanted to clarify and say all that because, like I said, last week's episode was very, very heated, very passionate. I was very hurt, angry, and upset. And I went from talking about one particular person I had an issue with to airing out everybody I had an issue with. So I just wanted to come back on here and say, yo, we're good. The beef is squashed, at least on that end. And so, and even with the people that I haven't had a conversation with, I haven't spoken to MJ. I haven't spoken to Keys. On my end, as Elias, I'm done. The hatred that I have in my heart, I forgive them even if they never ask for it, even if they don't think they deserve that it is justified or they need. I don't. I am good on my end. You can mention them, and I won't have a emotional reaction as of fuck that dude, fuck that motherfucker. You won't get that from me. I am good on my end. I'm letting it go. The past is the past. It's happened. Things were said. Jabs were shot. It is what it is. I can not fuck with a person, but not go out of my way and shit on them at the same time. Like two things could be true. They could be, nothing to me. They could be, a leaf flown in the wind, and it won't affect my mood, my energy, nothing. So we're good. We're good. Peace on my end. Elias is at peace, and I am good. So I just wanted to put that out there. Some people had popped in while I was talking. Let's see. Banner, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. James P. Silent Assassin, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. I like stopping to shout y'all out because y'all don't have to be here this early in the morning, but you are. My other Jamie, my fellow teacher, Professor Python, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Dickie, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Let's see. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I love this. Peace is the goal at the end of the day. It's very healing. It's facts. Facts. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, brothers. Cause y'all know me. I was born on the Taurus Gemini cusp. I could be petty and hate and hatred and have grudges to the day I die. That's just my default setting. But no, I'm Patrick told me if I want change, I have to be the change that I want. And so I can't always go to my default settings. I have to go outside of that if I want change in the world or change within my world. Let's see. I've learned to spend more time thinking about the people that love me than the ones that don't. Facts. Facts. Yes. That's what I've been doing too lately. Just always focusing on those who do love me. I'm good, but we not good. Facts, Orlando. Yep, that's basically where I'm at. I'm good, even if we not good. Yes. But I am good on my end. Ashley, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right, now let's get to the show. Let's get to the entertainment news. So, award season is kicking off. Come January, February, and March, it's going to be all the major awards like the Grammys, the Emmys, the Oscars, all that jazz is coming up. But there have been some other award shows that's already happening, like New York Critics' Choice and Gotham and the Gotham Awards. And so we have some winners already. So shout out to Ryan Coogler and the entire Sinners cast and crew. Let's see, the Queen, Wumani. I hope I'm saying her name right. I hate to mispronounce people's names, especially people from Africa, because I respect my folks. Let's see. I try my best not to mispronounce, but I gotta read this. Wumani Mosaku. She has won Best Outstanding Supporting Performance for Sinners. Then we have my new favorite cinematographer, woman behind the camera, Autumn Duran Archipel. She won Best Cinematography at the New York Film Critics Awards for Sinners. And then, of course, the legendary, the woman who can make any outfit look good, and that is Ruthie Carter. She has won, I believe, also the Gotham Award for Best Costuming for Sinners. And so, yeah, they're already, even with the smaller award shows that are not the big threes or the big four. No, I keep forgetting Tony's. Sorry, the big four. Sinners is already sweeping. They're already sweeping. And I forgot to mention this 3 podcasts ago when I was talking about music. Sinners has been nominated for 6 Grammy Awards. That is the most nominations a film has had in the Grammys stage. So, and I know they're gonna take home it. I think they're going to take home all 6 awards, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just take home 1 or 2. But yeah, they are nominated for 6 Grammy Awards. So shout out to Ryan Coogler, the GOAT, and all of the people involved with his production company, the people who work behind the scenes, the actors, the actresses. They are sweeping, and I can't wait to see what they win as far as Oscars go. And other award seasons, other award shows. So congratulations to the crew. Congratulations to all of them. Much deserved. A trailer dropped. 2 trailers have dropped over this week that once I saw them, I am super excited for next year. I'm super excited for 2026. 2026 is about to be major as far as films. But there's this independent, I won't say independent, but there's this A24. Y'all know A24. They be, whether the movie is good or bad, they be making some weird shit. So they're known as the studio that's not afraid to. A24 has become the studio that's never afraid to push the limits, never afraid to go weird, never afraid to take risks as far as movies go. And they do shell out money to independent artists. A lot of independent artists get their start with A24. Well, they just dropped a new trailer called Mother Mary, starring Anne Hathaway and Michelle Cole and Hunter Schafer. And it looks like it's going to be some type of creepy psychological thriller horror about a pop singer reuniting, according to the trailer, like a pop singer reunited with her costume designer that she fired years ago to make a new outfit or a new dress. And it looks like, based off the trailers, it looks like it's going to be a like I said, psychological thriller horror, and it's going to be kind of like a revenge plot. Like, I really feel like, because it's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer, I feel like that the costume designer is either going to make a cursed demonic dress for Anne Hathaway's character, or she's just going to kill her or drive her nuts and have her think that she's cursed. I don't know. It looks weird. Like I said, it's A24 Studio producing this and bringing this out. And I saw that trailer. Look up the trailer to Mother Mary. That shit looks crazy. It looks insane. So I'm excited about that film. Also, the trailer dropped for the sequel to Ready or Die. If y'all have not seen Ready or Die, the horror comedy of the girl who married into a family, and on their wedding night, the whole tradition is the girl has to, they're playing hide and go seek. Yeah, I think that was the game they play, hide and go seek. And she is running from the family while they try to kill her. And so there, of course, spoiler alert, she survived that night. But the trailer to Ready or Die 2, no, Ready or Not 2 drops, where it seems like it's a whole cult that sacrificed to Satan, and now she has to go up against a whole different set of people to like play hide and go seek, and they drug her sister into it. So she was like, fuck y'all can kill me, I don't give a damn. And they were like, oh, but what about your sister? And so now that trailer looks like it's going to be crazy. It looks like it's going to be way more action, way more fun, and way more comedy, way more jokes. I really love the first Ready or Not, and I can't wait to see this sequel. I think this sequel is going to be good. Samara Weaving is amazing as the lead role, as the final girl, and I'm super pumped. So those trailers dropped. If you have not seen them, they're on YouTube. Look them up. Great movies that I'm looking forward to for 2026. I can't wait to watch both those films. Now, let's see. Keisha, thanks for tapping in. Love you, sis. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Keisha, because y'all know me and my dyslexia. So Wumi Wosaku. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Help me out because my dumb ass can't pronounce shit. Yes, definitely check it out. Ready or Not 2 looks like it's gonna be just as fun and crazy as the first one. That looks like it's gonna be amazing. Now, the big news that dropped yesterday, and shout out to ENT Orlando for DMing me this. Variety has broke the news, and let me pull that article up. Thank you, Orlando, for DMing me that. News has dropped. Breaking. Netflix to buy Warner Brothers and HBO Max in an $82.7 billion deal. The acquisition expected to close following Warner Brothers / Discovery spin-off Discovery Global TV Network division Q3 of 2026. When I tell you, I was flabbergasted when I saw that. I never thought I seen that coming. To be honest, I always thought the opposite was going to happen. I thought one of these major studios, the big 5 studios, I thought one of them were going to acquire Netflix one day. I thought that was where the future was happening. That somebody, because we live in a capitalistic, big money society, I thought that one of these big studios like a Warner Brothers or Sony or Disney or Universal, I really thought Universal would probably pull that move. Somebody was going to buy Netflix off. I really thought, and then they would have a monopoly on the streaming side. So to see it in reverse, to where a streaming service bought out a big company, a major studio, I'm flabbergasted. I never thought I'd see the day. But then again, Hollywood has turned tech. The tech bros are taking over, with the whole AI shit and like that. And I'll talk about that next week's episode because I don't want this episode to be too long. But one of the major music studios just made a deal with Sono, the AI company that's been making AI songs and stuff. So it's getting crazy out there. The tech bros are taking over. It's getting real scary out there. Now, I will say this. A lot of people have been very excited about this, but I have my worries. I have my worries because let me put this in perspective for y'all. Warner Brothers has HBO Max. HBO Max has the rights to the It series. HBO Max has the rights to Harry Potter world. It's still fuck J.K. Rowling for life, but Harry Potter is my shit. Warner Brothers / HBO Max has the rights to Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. Netflix has been known, even with all the good stuff they have, like the Stranger Things in the world, Netflix has been known to cancel good shit, well, high-rated shit. They have been known to cancel shows with great ratings and great viewerships to save their bottom line. I say all that to say, here's my worry. They make this big acquisition. They just spent $1 billion to have the ownership of Warner Brothers / HBO Max and Slick / Paramount, if you think about it, because they're all congruent. It's a whole family affair here. I don't want a lot of projects that already has been announced and already has been promised to us or already in the works to get canceled because Netflix now have to save their bottom line and save money and scrap some shit. And I don't want it to be 2026 and they say Welcome to Derry season 2 is not happening because whatever reason that Netflix do. Because Netflix has done a lot. When I tell you there's a list of shows that Netflix have given us season 1, it goes through the roof. People make memes, people view it, word of mouth, yada, yada, yada. This is great, this, da, 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 da. And then they scrap it and there's no season 2. There's no closure. There's no none of this shit. And you're like, what the fuck? Because everybody thinks, when people think of Netflix, they think of the Bridgerton, not the Bridgerton. What's the other show? No, Bridgerton. Yeah, they think of the Bridgerton. They think of Orange is the New Black. They think of Stranger Things. They think of the successful shows that have lasted a long time, but they don't think of all the 20, 30, 40 shows that got canceled after season 1, despite the high viewerships and ratings. So I'm afraid that when push come to shove and they're trying to save their bottom line, they might cut some shit. Like, what if this deal takes away House of Dragons? What if this deal takes away Welcome to Derry? What if this deal what if Netflix come in and just want to scrap a whole bunch of shit and give us a whole bunch of AI slop? That's my fear. I hate to be cynical and I hate to be the chicken that cries the sky is falling, but I'm afraid. I'm cautious. I'm excited, but I'm cautious. Like, what will they cut? And what would they cut from their own lineup? Let's say they want to keep, let's say they like, oh yeah, we got House of Dragons, so we're going to keep this. We're not going to cancel this. But what if they decide to cut all the Bridgerton spinoffs that they said they're bringing in order to save money so they can afford House of Dragons? Because you still got to pay those actors. You still got to, you can't give us Tubi like quality of the next House of Dragons because you're trying to save money. You can't skimp out on paying these actors and actresses what they've been used to getting with HBO Max. You can't skip out on the costume and design, the FX team who's making the dragons. We can't have a whole season where we don't see no dragons because Netflix trying to save some money because they just spent $2.7 billion to buy this shit. So let's just say, okay, we're going to keep House of Dragons. We're not canceling this shit. We're going to hold on to it because that's big money. That's big business. But let's cut this show that everybody loves. Let's take this show away. Let's take this from our Netflix series. Or or all those comedy specials, those comedians they always shell out money to. What if we say, okay, we're no longer going to give Dave Chappelle or whoever their coins. We're never going to give them an exclusive Netflix special because we're trying to save money. Because everybody's looking at that everybody's looking like, oh shit, Netflix bought Warner Brothers for $82.7 billion. Yeah. But what sacrifices is Netflix going to make to recoup this money back? Because Netflix Netflix has been known to shell out a bunch and then cancel some shit to recoup the money that they shelled out. They've done it before. They done it when that year that they spent all their money on comedians for all these comedy specials. And then all the original content and TV shows suffered, or the original exclusive movies suffered that year because they were giving all the comedians their money. Like, there's a tit for tat. That's basically what I'm saying. So I am hopeful. I'm hoping for the best, but I am embracing, just in case Netflix be on that bullshit. That's all I'm saying. So I pray that none of our good stuff get affected by that. I pray. What up, Jay? Thanks for tapping in. Good morning. Tommy, thanks for tapping in. Good morning. Appreciate y'all. I'm sorry, Orlando. But that's what I thought. As I was reading that article, I got worried. I said, I'm scared. I'm scared. Let's see. Yeah. Netflix are the cancel kings. Netflix is the cancel king. They will cancel something in a heartbeat, especially these TV shows. Bosa brother, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. I'm scared. I'm scared. But we gonna hope for the best, Orlando. We're gonna hope for the best. Let's see, because Game of Thrones started out slow before everyone got on board. Netflix definitely would have canceled them season 1. Yes, they would have. If Game of Thrones was not on HBO Max, it would not have lasted on any other streaming service after season 1. Yeah, I hope so too. I'm hoping for the best. Man, me too. Don't get me started. That pissed me off because I was excited about Dark Crystal. I was excited about that. All right. So I think that's it for this week news of the week. That Netflix one, that hit me like a freight train when you sent me that deal. I was like, oh shit. Like I said, I always thought one of the major studios was going to buy Netflix, not the other way around. That was a plot twist I did not see on my bingo card for 2025. Oh, baby, if they mess with House of Dragons, I don't know what we gonna send all the gangsters. I don't know what to their headquarters. I don't know what to tell you. Oh my gosh! If they thought the Target boycotts was bad, don't take House of Dragons and Game of Thrones for black people. we fight it. No. Oh man. Oh man, speaking of boycotts, did y'all see that BS that happened with Target? Like, Target promised a goodie bag for the Black Friday sales people who showed up, and the dumb people that showed up, I saw some TikTok videos. The dumb people that showed up, they got a recyclable Target bag, gray looking bag, and it had like gummy bears and a lip gloss. something out the $2 bin. Well, that's what y'all get. We told y'all we boycotted. Y'all didn't want to believe us, so. And they thought a recyclable bag with a lip chap and some gummy bears was gonna win people over. Them TikTok videos had me laughing. I was like, well, that's your dumb ass for going to Target when we said we boycott Target for Black Friday. And I did see some TikToks of people going into not just Target, but Walmart, Best Buy, and stuff. And those stores were on Black Friday, and those stores was empty. I didn't go to any store. I didn't shop anywhere. I didn't even shop online. I didn't do Amazon. I didn't shop nowhere. The only thing I shopped was an independent black Disney shop. They make like fan art for Disney characters and stuff. It's a black artist. That's the only thing I bought for Black Friday. And everybody else, fuck them. I saved some money. Exactly. They gave away their little goodie bag with something that you was going to throw away anyway, or leave it under your car. Leave in your car. Fred, thanks for tapping in. I know AJ's nearby somewhere. Good morning, brothers. F&A Balls. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for tapping in. Good morning. Missy said, I love me some gummy bears. Oh, appreciate y'all. Y'all are crazy. People here free and make a 3-hour line for 99 cents worth of goodies. Facts, Bosa. That's the funny thing. Stand in line for hours for a Dollar Tree bag of goodies. Oh, I said Target trolling y'all. Target is trolling y'all. That is crazy. All right, so let's get to the creme de la creme of the show. Now, these are the things that I was supposed to review last week before I had my little crash out. And so I'm making up for it. So let's see. Today we are reviewing Wicked 2, or Wicked for Good. That's the official title, as well as Predator Badlands. Now, let's go ahead and get Wicked for Good out the way. And I'm going to try not to spoil it. I'm going to keep it vague as possible. But if any spoilers slip, Wicked's been out since last month. So if y'all ain't seen it by now, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm going to still be nice and respectful and keep it vague. But it's been at least 2 weeks. Y'all should have been sorry by now. Let's see. Saving money, go buy snakes. Facts. Exactly. Well, I'm not buying anything else. I'm trying to get out of debt. I got to finish paying off these student loans from my master's degree. So, yeah, I'm done with snakes for a while. Let's see. But I get it. Why give Amazon and Target and Walmart your money when you can get a snake? Let's see. That's a better gift anyway. Okay, so Wicked for Good. Let me get my notes out. I gotta organize this a little better. Okay, so as y'all know, last year Wicked came out, the movie adaptation of the Broadway play that is an adaptation of a book that came out many years ago. Like I think over 30, 40 years, the book. Probably longer than that. No, the book is longer than that. But anyways, it's a adaptation of a famous Broadway musical that's been out forever. So sorry, y'all. Don't say spoilers, spoiler alert, all that jazz, because baby, if you don't know the story of Wicked, I don't know what to tell you. But again, I would try to be as vague as possible because I know a lot of you probably never seen the play or read the book. And when I say a lot of you, I mean people in the reptile community, my peoples. I don't know about everybody else who might stumble upon this video, but like I said last year when I reviewed the first Wicked, I went in blind. I did not see the play. I did not know it was a book. It was based off a book that someone had written based off of, a prequel. What if, what if, what we thought the Wizard of Oz wasn't that story. So yada, yada, yada. I say all that to say, just like the first film, I went in blind. I did not know how the ending of the Wicked was going to go. I did not know anything, the story, the backstory, never heard the songs before watching the first film. And so just like that, I came into Wicked for Good, just as blind, not knowing how the story was going to end, not knowing how characters were going to resolve certain situations, how it tied to the Wizard of Oz once Dorothy got there and Toto got there. Like I went in clueless, uneducated. And so and that's the way I like to go into films. Honestly, with all the sequels and prequels and reboots of the world, I like going into movies completely blind, not knowing what to expect. All I know is that I watched the first Wicked last year and I loved it. So I was excited to watch this one, especially since the director said they filmed both films back to back. Like it was nonstop. So it wasn't like years later and then the cast came back. Like, nah, they did everything together. So that was good. It didn't skip a beat, and it really did start from where it ended. Just like if you were to go to a Broadway play, they have an intermission and then they come back from intermission and continue to play. So I do like that. Let's see. Wear y'all wicked hoodies. Dope. Let's see. That ending, I cried. Aww. Pat, thanks for coming in. I talked about you earlier today. Appreciate you. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, subscribe to Patrick's channel, but also be a member. His memberships, the cheapest one is $2.99. Be a member of his channel because he do members only content, and they are well worth the $2.99 and then some. So support our brother Patrick, and he does so much for the community. He makes theme songs for podcasts. He does it all. He's just a great all around dude. Love you, brother. So this movie was directed by John M. Chu, starring Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, and a slew of other casts. Amazing cast. I love this cast. They are crazy and well worth whatever paycheck they got for this film. The movie starts as Elphaba, who has now left Emerald City or Oz or whatever, is trying to save the people of Oz. And not only that, but mainly not even save the people of Oz, she's trying to save the animals. Because the animals are like the marginalized group, the people that are trying to be erased. This movie is very political. Let's be honest with you. And it's been like that since the book, from what I've heard. Even though I never read the book, from what I've heard, it's way darker. The book is way darker and way worse, more tragedy. But the symbolisms, the story that it's trying to tell, the themes of it, is very political. It's always been that way since day one, which means history repeats itself, or some things just never fucking change. If you went and watched Wicked and you feel like this felt too close to home, like the wizard looks a lot like who we got in charge right now, it was written that way in the book. Like John Chu and the crew did not change anything. And for what I heard from people who've seen the Broadway play and stuff, they were as true to everything, the source material. They stuck with the source material. The only thing that might have slightly changed were, I think he added 2 new songs, 2 new original songs, and then there might be a little slight change in one of the character storylines. But everybody who have seen the play or read the book said that this is as closely accurate to the source material as possible, which means if you get mad at the themes of this movie, or if you walk around and say, oh, that Wicked series is too woke, it's woke media, they trying to they're trying to force something upon us. Well, baby, you need to go back to the author of the book and complain to him, which you can't because the motherfucker's dead, I think. So let's see, when did the Wicked book come out? And I should know this because I talked about it on the first Wicked review. The book came out, let's see. Oh no, the doll thing dead, my bad. I done killed this poor man. He's still alive. In the 70s. Okay, cool. So thank you, Wikipedia. So in the 70s. So the first Wicked book, like, come on. If you're mad and think that this movie is woke media or the woke mafia or leftist mafia, I'm sorry, baby, but you need to go back and complain to the author of the book, the original book, who wrote it in the 70s, because they stuck to the source material. Sorry. Sorry that y'all are too stupid to let history repeat itself. But anywho, I digress. Let's talk about the movie. So, of course, what I love about this film is the same thing I loved about the first one. The singing is top notch, minus side characters who can't sing. But as far as Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, baby, these two, I love hearing both their voices. They are amazing. And them portraying their character arcs, and them portraying Elphaba and Glenda, these roles were made for them. I love watching interviews and looking at behind the scenes stuff on this actress audition for this role, that actress audition for this role, this singer audition for this role, yada yada. No, the universe knew that these two human beings, these two celebrities, these two artists, these stars were meant for these particular roles. Okay. And when I look at the list of actresses who had auditioned for both Glenda and Elphaba, yes, they are talented. Yes, they are good, but can't nobody. This was meant for Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. It was meant for them. They were meant to play these particular characters. I can't see anybody else playing these particular characters. They were so believable. The comedy hits, especially with Ariana Grande, with her character as Glenda. The comedy hits. The sadness hits. That when they get frustrated, they fight each other. It hits. It's just, you can buy this. We were enemies, then we became friends, and now we're enemies again. But we're going back and forth between enemies and friends and miscommunication, and I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you out, but you won't listen. They both stubborn as hell. Like, but it worked. It worked. The tug and pull between the two of their ideologies and where they're coming from and why they operate, why the choices they made is very believable. And you can see why they're both frustrated with each other. Like, both of them, like, Glenda's like, why can't you just listen to me? I'm trying to help you. And Elphaba's the same way. Like, bitch, why you ain't listening to me? Like, I'm trying to help you and all of us. You know what we're working with. You know the wizard is on some bullshit. Like, and it's just, I just love that whole back and forth and that dynamic with those two actors. They are so amazing in their roles. Again, I like the songs. I like their voices. Now are the songs better than the ones in the first film? Hell no. The first film is the more superior. However, these songs were good. These songs were great. These songs were fun. And like I said, when it's time to get emotional, they were in their bag. When it was time to be comedic, they were in their bag. You really did buy into the characters. You bought into their voices. You bought into all that jazz. Even the side characters, as small of certain roles and as big as certain roles, everybody brought their A game. Now there were some characters that frustrated me and got on my damn nerves, but it comes with it. And like I said, they're trying to stick close to the source material. It just pissed me off. Like Elphaba's sister. Ooh, that girl pissed me off. Now the actress who played her is amazing. I love her. She is amazing. But man, that character. Spoiler alert, you've watched The Wizard of Oz, okay? So you know what's gonna happen. I didn't care when the house fell on her. Like, I didn't care when she died. Like, it just did not, because she was pissing me off this movie. I felt bad because Elphaba felt bad because that's her sister. Like, that is my sister. I've been protecting you our whole life ever since we were kids. Like, watching the first Wicked movie to now, you get Elphaba's heartache and her pain for everybody she lost in her life. And you get why she was pissed off at Dorothy when you understood it. You get it. It was justified. Elphaba's crash out was justified. However, her sister as a character got on my fucking nerves, and I was happy when that house crashed on her. I was like, what the fuck? Bitch, you got to go. You are crazy. Like, you got to go. You're a spoiled, entitled brat. Your sister's trying to help you. You won't listen. You're boy crazy over a boy who does not love you. And never did from the very beginning. He never loved you. Like, and then the Cowardly Lion. Oh my gosh. Bitch. Talk about ungrateful motherfucker. Oh man, those two characters got on my damn nerves. They got on my nerves, but I get it. They had to stick to the source material, but man. But now it makes me look at The Wizard of Oz a lot different. When I'm watching Dorothy was only doing what she was asked to do. She's innocent in all this. She just a tornado swoop and got her into the land of Oz. She was like, I don't know where I'm at. Me and my dog, we lost. We just trying to make it back home. Dorothy is not the enemy, but she's not even, she's just a tool being used by everyone involved. But the sidekicks, the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man. Now I'm looking at this film so different. Now I'm looking at the original Wizard of Oz so differently. Like, y'all are some lame ass motherfuckers. Y'all are some low down. Y'all know what's happening. Y'all know who the real enemy is, and y'all are letting the wicked witch of the be the scapegoat. Y'all letting Alphabet be the scapegoat. No, 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 no. Y'all not finna do my girl like that. Y'all not finna do my girl like that. No. That was some bullshit. Yeah, the side characters of the Wizard of Oz and Wiki, y'all can is specifically the sister, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Man can all kiss my ass. When I go back and watch the original Wizard, matter of fact, me and my students and my co-workers, we have a field trip to go see Wizard of Oz here in Memphis. It's the original with Dorothy and the crew. Now I can't watch that play without the mindset of Wicked behind in the back of my head, like, you motherfuckers. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, but it was so good. I say all that to say it was so good. Wicked for Good is actually a good movie. It is actually good. Do I like the first one better than this? Yes, but this is a great sequel. Like I said, I'm so happy they shot both of them pretty much back to back, all the same, like no skipping the beats. And it is, I will say this, pacing wise. This is my only gripe pacing wise, because I know he added 2 new songs to this film. He could have kept it. He could have kept it. Or at least kept one song and got rid of the other. Like, there was a point in the film where I wasn't looking at my watch, but I was feeling it. I was like, this could have been a lot shorter and it wouldn't skip a beat. Like, even if they just shaved off maybe 30 minutes, maybe a scene here, a scene there, maybe, just a little bit, not much, just a little bit, but I was still entertained throughout this. Like, it wasn't boring. It was just, I was starting to feel the runtime. Even though I was having a good time, I was feeling the runtime, if it made sense. And I was just like, yo, when we get into the nitty gritty, I need to see how this ends. I will need to see if Elphaba really dies and how does she die and stuff like that. I need to see how this ends, because if we're mixing in the Wizard of Oz in this now, I need to see how this ends. And I will say, like TJ or Orlando, I can't remember who said it earlier, they cried at the end. I felt that. I got emotional a bit. I did. It was very, very touching. But it was good. It was emotional. I'm not going to spoil how it ends for the people who haven't seen it yet. I want y'all to go watch it and go through the journey and see how it ties in with the Wizard of Oz. It is such a good, I really feel like in the future, we're going to have movie marathons to where people go watch this incongruent with the Wizard of Oz. They might watch the Wizard of Oz and then watch Wicked and Wicked for Good back to back. Or they might watch Wicked, Wizard of Oz, and then Wicked for Good, in its chronological order. I really do feel like this would be one of those type of classics where people marathon it and watch it over and over again. This is such a good sequel. This is such a good bow tie ending to the story. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Shout out to John Chu and the rest of the crew, the cast, everybody involved, the CGI, the practical effects. They were in the studios with practical effects. Like, I've seen some behind the scene footage of Cynthia Erivo, like, flying the broom, where they have her hoisted in the air, with strings and stuff like that, like, and have her spin around, have her attached to this machine and it's spinning her around while she's on the broom and stuff. Like, I love watching practical effects like that and seeing, it's not all just AI CGI slop. Like, it's like, yes, they do use CGI, but they do it in the best way, and they still incorporate stunts, like people actually doing the thing. Humans are actually, flipping and fighting and doing the choreography and the movements and stuff. Like, this is art at its finest. This is movie making at its finest, and I loved it. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna say that. I need to stop snitching on myself. Do I suggest you going to the theaters and watching this? Yes, I suggest you going to the theaters and watching this full price. It is well deserving of your time. It's well deserving of your monies spent. Take your family out. It's great. It's great. Now, it is rated PG-13 because for some reason someone on TikTok or Twitter went viral for complaining that it wasn't made for kids and they shouldn't advertise it to kids. Baby, do y'all not read the ratings? The trailer has the ratings. The movie poster has the ratings. When you go to the movie theaters or when you buy your tickets online, the ratings are right there. If you have a child that's less than 13 years old, you know that when you see PG-13, it might be a cuss word here or slanted there. Now, they were complaining about the romantic scene between Cynthia Erivo and Jonathan Bailey's characters. Nobody was naked. They just suggested that they got down and dirty during this movie. Nobody was naked. You ain't see no titties. You ain't see none of that. Like, they sang a song about how much they love each other, and they just implied that they got down and dirty. It was just implied. Like, this was very tame. This was very rated G for a love scene, like, comparatively speaking. So, and the shit is in the book. The shit is in the play. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, Elphaba had sex. Like, and I'm pretty sure your children if they got TikToks and Fortnites and YouTubes and Roblox, they done probably seen worse than what this is. So to the woman clutching her pearls online, oh my gosh, I was shocked. Me and my kids walked out the theater because they had an inappropriate scene. Bitch, you knew it was rated PG-13 when you bought the tickets. Nobody was hiding that fact. Nobody. Like, I don't know what to tell you. People are weird. People are so weird and stupid. Like, I can't get it. But anyways, the movie is well worth it. It's worth going in the theaters to watch it. I give this a 10 out of 10. This is one of the best of the years that I enjoyed. I enjoyed this just as much as I enjoyed the first one, despite the little nitpicks like the runtime and certain characters, not the actors, but the characters that got on my nerves. But as a full congruent story, as a full story, a full scope, I enjoyed this movie. I loved it. It's just as good as the first for me as far as entertainment goes. And I will be watching it again. This will be a movie marathon for me, watching both Wicked and Wicked for Good. And it all the more made me want to go see the play. So the next time Wicked travels and come to Memphis, because they always come like every other year, the traveling Broadway play, they come all the time to Memphis at the Orpheum Theater. I'm buying my ticket and I'm going to go watch it because I want to see how the play is and see how that goes and see that on stage. I love it. I enjoy it. It was a great time. 10 out of 10 for me. I think it was dope. So y'all should definitely go see that, watch that. And it will make you, if you go in blindly, not knowing anything, it will make you look at the Wizard of Oz very, very differently. Very, very differently. Let's see. Sorry, let's see. Facts, it shows, movies are trying to warn. A lot of shows and movies are trying to warn us, but it's over the heads of a lot of biggest facts. Facts. You right. You right. Walking into the mall to eat, but still is. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all. Make sure I'm not missing anybody in the comments. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right. Now, let's go to something that's totally opposite or totally different from totally different from Wicked. And that is Predators Badlands. Now let's see. Now the Predators franchise, I while doing my research, this Predator Badlands is the seventh of the Predator films if you don't include Alien versus Predators. Not including Alien versus Predators, this is the seventh Predator film. Let me go through the discography. The first Predator film came out in 1987, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then it goes all out. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. And they just been going ever since. Of course, let me see. Now I've watched the first two Predators long ago with Arnold Schwarzenegger in them. And I feel like I've watched maybe two more sequels. I watched Alien versus Predator, the first one. I did not watch the other one. I did watch and then I watched Prey, and I watched The Predators, that remake that came out in 2018, and now this one. And so I haven't seen all the films. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a Predator and Aliens pro or aficionado. I don't know all about the lore. I know they have a comic book series that's been out for a long time, and a lot of Predator fans love that series, and how certain lost my light, how certain things in the comics also go along with the movies, and certain lore and about the different clans of the different communities and the different monsters, the different types of predators, and the different tribes or whatever. I keep saying clans, but tribes or whatever. And like, this comes from the desert, and this comes from water, and this comes from this comes from the jungle and stuff like that. So I don't know shit about that. I just watch the movies as a normal, average popcorn popcorn eating fan. I don't know much about the lore, the different tribes. I just watch the movies, and I either like them or I don't like them. And like I said, I love the original, the first one. I absolutely love Prey. Prey is my shit. It came out in 2022. I love Prey. And the guy who directed Prey also directed this one, Badlands. And I think he did two more of the Predator series. So he has a good his name is Dan Trachtenberg. Yeah, Trachtenberg. He has a good discography, and I love his take on the Predator series. He's also the director who gave us 10 Cloverfield Lane. So I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love what he did with that. So he gave us Prey. He gave us Predators, Killers of Killers. Oh, that's the animated Predators thing. I did not watch that, but I heard it was good. The animated movie that's on Hulu. I missed that wave, so I did not watch that. I'm not gonna act like I did, but I heard it was good, and I'm gonna, now that I've seen Predator Badlands, I'm gonna go back and watch that Killer of Killers, the animated movie. But Dan Trachtenberg really did a great job with the Predator movies that he has worked on personally. So let's see. Predator Badlands came out on Hulu, I believe. Yeah, because it's owned by Disney. Same as Prey and stuff. And so if you want to watch it, you have ways to watch it. I'm still boycotting Disney, but there, like I said, you have ways to watch it if you want to watch it. Regardless, that's just me personally, but I love that. Let's see, the premise is a cast out of his clan, an alien hunter, and an unlikely ally embark on treacherous journey in search of the ultimate adversary. And so I like Dan's approach to this one, just like Prey. In Prey, we got to see it from a Native American's perspective back in the day, with the predators coming in. to planet Earth, and I I love that aspect of it. I love what they did with it. I thought that was real dope how they did that. And same for this one. I really did enjoy this coming from the actual predator's perspective, POV. And it's not just, oh, I'm just a savage killer killing, hunting humans or whatever. This is from, you get to see a more humanized predator. I love that they talk more in this, even though it's in their native language. So you will have to read the subtitles, but if you watch anime and other stuff, reading subtitles is not an issue at all. Like I enjoy it. I don't care. Mine reading subtitles. Sorry, y'all, my light is dead now. But I love that perspective. And, you know, like I said, these predators, they have all these different predator movies. These predators, they have different clans, different tribes, different abilities. Some of them are, if you watch the old, you know, the predator of the 80s is different from the predators of 2010s, or different, you know, there's always different ways of how they kill, how they hunt. And so this one, he is the outcast because he's like the runt. He's not as big as his father and the rest of the people in his clan. He's not as strong. He is, so he has to, this is pretty much a hero's journey. He has to prove himself to be worthy because he's on the smaller end. He doesn't look like the rest of them. And so he's getting rejected by his father. His father pretty much telling him he ain't shit. He ain't gonna never be shit. And so he has to, he's like, I'm going down here to this planet to kill this biggest adversary, this big old monster. But in the midst of it, because he's like a fish out of water, don't know what the hell he's doing, and very young and stubborn, he has to get help from a droid played by Elle Fanning. Now, I love Elle Fanning. I think she does an amazing job in any role she plays, but she definitely plays a good, she's actually playing two roles. She's playing a good droid android and a bad android. And so in this movie, so it's cool to see her doing dual roles in this film. But the good droid android version is helping out this predator with his mission to hunt this monster and to survive this planet. So you're getting a fish out of water story. You're getting a hero's journey out of this, of someone trying to prove themselves. And overall, this story, even though it's a predators movie, you get a story about chosen family. You know, your family or your tribe may not be the people you were born with, but that does not mean, you know, y'all can't do great things, y'all not worthy and stuff like that, or you can't be a skilled hunter or a skilled monster or whatever just because your daddy said you ain't. Like, you can still go beyond that. And so I like that there's a heart to this predator. There is a storyline that's dealing with chosen family. But at the same time, I do love that they still gave us a Predator movie. Like, you still get the kills. You still get the blood, the gore, the carnage candy. People get ripped apart. Like, you still get the fun. If you like the Predator movies for the gross, the action, the shooting, the different kills, the ripping each other up, the fucking each other up, like, you still get that. You don't lose that. Even though they give you a different perspective, they give you a story, they give you a nice, hero's journey type film, you still get that carnage candy. You still get that blowing up monsters, and seeing all the different ways that Deck, the main character, the main predator, seeing the ways that he survives, one, being on this weird planet with these different monsters and aliens and stuff and these androids, but two, you get to see all the different ways he uses his tools. Like he uses the good android, that Elle Fanning plays. He uses the good droid as a tool. He sees her as a tool, not as a friend or a partner. And so he uses different tools to his trade, like how to hunt, how to fight, how to survive. And I like that. It gets creative. These kills are amazing and they are so entertaining. Like I said, this Predator, just like Prey, just like the old school Predator or Arnold Schwarzenegger, the fighting, the action, and this is so fast. This is so well paced. This is perfectly well paced. There is no slow moments in this film. From the time it starts to the time it ends, it hits the ground running. And it is such a good, entertaining flick. I was quite surprised. I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be good because of who the director was, because he made Prey, but I did not expect him to go this route, especially comparing to Prey. Going this route with this particular Predator group, with this particular character, I really, really loved it. And like I said, the actors, everybody did a great job. The special effects, because this isn't all 100% CGI. The special effects that the actor who's playing Dick with the face, because you get a lot of the Predator without a mask on, because the original Predators, they have like shields or masks on their face to hide the grotesque mouth or whatever with the teeth and the fangs and stuff. You see his all throughout, and they're known for the dreads, or the locks or whatever, the things on their heads or whatever. Like the special effects team, the makeup team, they really did their damn thing. This movie looked good. It looked great. The monsters themselves look great. Even the big bad monster that Deck has to fight against looks totally good. These little alien creatures and stuff like that, like everything looked amazing. This is such a good film, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. I would say this is probably, Prey is my favorite. I ain't gonna lie, Prey is my favorite out of all the Predator movies. And again, I don't know much about the lore of Predator. I don't know all the backstory. I just watched them as a casual viewer, as a casual everyday Joe Schmo fan. And I really did like I really, really, really did like this one. I would say this is probably my second favorite of the Predator franchise. I really, really enjoyed this. They did a great job. Everybody did a great job, and it is amazing. I highly recommend it. I think everybody should watch it. Go see it if it's in theaters. I think they're still in select theaters, but I think everything else, I think it's on Hulu or whatever. I can't remember. But I think everybody go see this film. It's well worth it. I would give this me personally, I would give this a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Very good, very entertaining, very well paced. Very, very amazing. Good movie. And a great addition to the entire Predator lore, movies, all that jazz. I highly recommend it for everybody to see. If you really do like the Predator series, if you love the Predator series, definitely go watch it. If you are casual like me and like hit or miss, like so like yes, I think you will really, really enjoy this too. I really do wish you would enjoy this. This is way better, 10 times better. To me, the only bad Predator movie was the 2018 remake, The Predator, that came out in 2018. That was the only shitty Predator movie, in my opinion. Like I hated that movie. I did not like it, and I don't even think I reviewed that movie because I hated it so much. No, I wasn't even. There was no State Cinema podcast when that movie came out. If it was, then that movie would have been a rant. That movie would definitely have been a rant movie. I really did not enjoy The Predator, but everything else after that, Prey, this one, like it was great. It was amazing. I loved it. I recommend it. Everybody should go and watch it. Let's see. Keisha said, "Hi everyone. I never had the social battery to say hello over and over. I hate how some people use it for manipulative." Right? It's all good, Keisha. It's all good. Just know that I don't get offended if I don't get a personal greeting, and I hope you don't either. My thumb already hurts doing it. Hey, I feel you. Yo, I feel you, Keisha. I feel you. Me and Pat are on the opposite end of the spectrum here, right? Hey, some people can do it. Some people got it in them, but I feel you. I feel you. Sometimes I be watching podcasts live and don't comment at all anymore because just my social better. Because I'm like, the minute I say you're, everybody's gonna talk to me, and then I gotta say hey to everybody. But I love y'all. We love y'all. Look, I never take it personally. If I come into the chest and nobody say hi to me, I do not take it personally because I know everybody been like, hi, 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 hi. Well, we speak. Orlando's a fool. Yes, facts. Everyone is valid as long as they real. Facts. True that. True that. I'm Fred. No, we get it, Keisha. We get it. We appreciate you. I'm just happy to see your face. I'm happy to see you pop in. Let's see. Always the baddest DJ in the land. Yes. It's okay to be in the background. We love you and we appreciate you. Let's see. Orlando said, I love the first Predator movie. It was something else for us. It really was. Yes. Yes. The first Predator movie, call it nostalgia. I don't give a damn. I love it. I rewatched it before I watched this other one. Because I just wanted to see, would they drop any Easter eggs or any breadcrumbs or stuff like that, which my dumb ass didn't catch any. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough, but I still enjoy it. I love the first one, man. When Arnold was like, you ugly motherfucker. Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, looking back on it, his acting isn't the best, but he has done some iconic roles that where it's like, couldn't nobody else play that but you, sir. Couldn't nobody else. Like, I really feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger, kind of like Keanu Reeves, the roles they play are meant for them. And if they ever play a role that's not meant for them, you will be able to tell. But the roles they played, the most iconic roles that you know them for, were meant for them. It was written in the world for them. Let's see. Yes. Check it out. I've fallen off of TV lately, but I'm loving it. I can't wait to talk about Welcome to Derry. I did review the first 3 episodes, but I won't review the last 4 through 8 until it's over, because I've been so hooked, y'all. I've always loved the It series because Pennywise is my dude, but I've been so happy with it. Welcome to Derry. I'm so happy they did a great job with that. And now to watch it coincide with the final season of Stranger Things. Oh my gosh. You get the original with what inspired, Cause everybody knows it was first. It did it first. Well, Stranger Things is paying homage. Stranger Things has always paid homage to Stephen King and Steven Spielberg and what's the other legendary? Stranger Things has always paid homage to the Spielbergs, to the Stephen Kings of the world. There's another guy that I'm forgetting that they get inspiration from, but to see both shows coincide back to back, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm loving it. The 80s kid in me is having a ball with both final season of Stranger Things and It Welcome to Derry. That's why when both shows are done, when season 1 of It is finished and the final season of Stranger Things is finished in January, I think New Year's is like one of their shows, season finale. Oh my gosh, I'm coming back and I'm talking about it. And if anybody want to hop on and talk about both of them with me, oh my gosh, we got to talk about both of them. It's amazing. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with Derry. I haven't seen Monarch yet. I got to look that up. I have to look that up. I haven't seen Monarch yet. Let's see. That was my next question. Stranger Things. Yes. Yes. We talking both of them. Santos, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. What it do? Oh my gosh. So yeah. Oh, to wrap it all up, what did I say? 8.5. 8.5 out of 10 with Predator Badlands. Please go see it or wait till it come on streaming or rent it or whatever, all your jazz. But it's amazing, well worth it. And I think it's pretty solid. Pretty solid in the franchise. Pretty good. Okay. Thank y'all so much. That is it for my reviews for today. Let me go ahead and give y'all the rundown for the rest of the month, because the rest of the month is coming by fast and we need to and I need to prepare for the best of series. So next week we have Zoot Good Boy. There's nothing to explain about Zootopia 2. It's a sequel to the first Zootopia. And then Good Boy is a horror movie. I've been meaning to do this since October, since it first came out, but I was too busy doing my originals versus remakes in the month of Halloween. I've been wanting to do this movie, but Good Boy is a horror movie from the perspective of the dog. So it's like a ghost story, a haunted house story, but instead of focusing on the humans, you're focusing on the dog that's seeing all the crazy shit happening in the house. And so I will be reviewing that next week with Zootopia 2. And then let's see, December 13th, that was December 13th. December 20th are the listener reviews. These are requested reviews. So RO50 Mr. Floppy, aka Tiger, requested that I do Avatar at Fire and Ash. So I will be watching that this weekend so I can review it on the 20th. And then Alex from Pressure Pythons suggested Begonia. She had put that in the chats last week because she said, just to let you know, Begonia is insane. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna review that one. I did see it, and she's right. It's insane as fuck. So we will talk more about that on the 20th. Then December 27th, that's after Christmas, we are doing the best music of 2025. I will talk more on that. It's going to be a mixture of music I listen to on both YouTube as well as my Spotify playlist, my Spotify Wrapped. And I'm only going to be talking about music that came out in 2025, because if you look at my Spotify Wrapped, I'm still listening to music from 2019, 2018, 2020. So I'm only going to rate the albums and songs that came out this year for that one. And then January 3rd, so right after New Year's, January 3rd will be the best of movies and maybe TV. I'll see. No, movies gonna have to be their own. TV gonna have to be their own thing. Movies of 2025 will be January 3rd, right after the New Year's. And then January 10th will be the best podcast of 2025. And usually I separate reptile versus non-reptile. Now I'm mixing them all together on this one. This year, everybody. So y'all reptile podcasts have to compete with the true crimes, with the movie critics, with the horror, with everything. All the with the political podcast, y'all got some competition. So I'm lumping all the best of podcasts and telling y'all my favorite on January 10th. And then January 17th will give us plenty of time. January 17th will be the Stranger Things finale last season, as well as the rest of it, Welcome to Derry, on January 17th. So mark your calendars. So if anybody wants to hop on with me and talk about those two shows, January 17th is the day we will talk about both of them together. It's going to be fun. So anywho's, let's go ahead and wrap this up, because I'm pretty sure the rest of y'all got things to do. this lovely Saturday. I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Tap in tonight, Sophisticated Ignorance on Wiz's channel. Tap in tomorrow on Uptown Exotics with Father Don on his channel with Everyday Keepers. Tap in with FNA Balls with the Serpent podcast. Shout out to everybody with a podcast. Shout out to my bro Chris flexing and finessing with his podcast network. They're doing great. He got Cat over there talking with the tarantulas. It's a lot. Support everybody. Look out for everybody. Y'all have a great time. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hold on. Let me see. My daughter is dragging me to Five Nights at Freddy. Good luck with that, Keisha, because I seen the first one. Five Nights at Freddy is it's above me. It's above my head. I don't get why people love that one. But yeah, y'all have fun. Have fun with that, Keisha. Let's see. Jamie said I watched the first Freddy with the grandkid. Definitely getting old because it doesn't keep me interested. Yeah. And I know some people love the video game. I've never played it, so I'm not familiar with any of that stuff, but I watched the first Five Nights and it was not for me. Let's see. I'm going in with a positive outlook, even if it's not my cup of tea. She loves it. At very least, I can enjoy it. Yeah, facts. Y'all have fun. I hope y'all enjoy your mother-daughter day at the theaters. Yes. Thank y'all. Hit them likes. And yeah, so that's great. All right. So, anywho's, I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed Saturday. And I will see y'all next week with Zootopia 2 and Good Boy. Have a blessed one, y'all. Where is...
episode, spitting truth, old school jams and the latest youth. We keep it real, no sugarcoat.